Herbert, 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 Herbert. Chapter 4. Chapter 4. Chapter 4. Chapter 4. Chapter 4. You start off.
Movie scene.
No, you start off with them eating soup out of a can. I'll put that up.
Tomatoes.
Tomato soup out of a can. That right there tells you how poor they are.
Oh, so sad.
And what helps
The river the
you.
way it was the first time I saw it.
Yeah, what helps you understand that is say that plus they eat big whenever Josie gets a paycheck.
Didn't know how to swim. I was still trying to figure out how to stay away from that water.
When did she get a
when the
check?
old man brought the fishing rods out of the shed.
Once a week.
Izzy
Probably
Reagan,
once a
the
month.
mother, came out onto the porch. The screen door
So,
slammed behind her. She waved at us.
What happened
Hey
was that
guys, catch me something
they
to go
decided
with cold beans and corn on
to
the
go
cob.
to the movies.
Yuck to the beans, Steven said.
And
"I like
Josie
cold beans,"
said,
I said.
not Josie, but
I'd heard of
Hollis
cold cats, but
says,
never
how you
cold
gonna do that?
beans.
With what money?
Izzy nodded at me. It's great to have a
Movie
girl
money.
around
And
Hollis.
Josie doesn't tell her.
These guys. Izzy was the tallest woman I'd ever seen.
And
Her
Hollis
blonde hair was wrapped around her head, and
says
she seemed to be smiling just for me.
the
And then
mustard lady
we
doesn't
found
know.
barefoot, standing in the shade of the
Hollis
scrub
says mustard
pines.
lady
The old
doesn't
man threw
know
a rod threaded with a lure into my
that
hand.
Josie
That's
has
woman,
memory
he said.
problems.
This
She
is her
keeps
luck.
forgetting things.
He showed me how to cast, so my arm went back and over my
Because
head, and the lines
if she
hang
did
out.
know,
I watched the feather
that
lure
means
glide
what
on
would
the
happen?
water, and then did it again and again.
Bah, 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 bah.
Search up.
I could stand on that
No.
soft sand dotted with rocks.
Hollis will be taken away from
And
Josie.
be safe.
Wait,
I put one foot in
Josie
the
is
water
the
and then
art
the other,
teacher.
feeling tiny fish nibbling at my ankles.
Okay.
Across the way was the mountain, tall and green. Pop Mountain.
So
Stephen said, I'll show you tomorrow.
then
There's a
she
good-
ends
there's a
up
road
giving.
going up.
Then Josie gives
The old
Hollis
man
a hat.
tightened his mouth. Be careful of that
And
road.
when she
I'm
gives her a
afraid of
hat,
it. Stephen twitched one shoulder. I'm not
Josie,
afraid of anything.
Hollis.
Penny.
I'm getting tired of all these names.
The stuck
Hol-
up woman
call her
seemed the
Holly.
world away.
Hollis.
Holly.
Stood there,
I'm gonna
the
say
old man
Hollis.
pointing to a
Holly.
catfish nosing its way along,
Hollis.
a frog sunning itself on a rock.
That's
And
so
I closed
called
my eyes.
Josie
I
Jose
knew
or
the
something.
east branch
No.
of the Delaware River was
Hollis,
home. Like a
Hollis
miracle, I caught my first
ends
fish
up
that
thinking
afternoon.
about that scar.
Hooked it and watched the silver
And what's that
curve
scar
as it
remind her
broke
of?
the surface of the water. It was a
Mountain.
huge
Blah, blah, blah.
fish, and
Mountain.
Stephen said,
What
"Bend
happened
your
at the
luck,
mountain?
You can't hold on to it."
Truck did something.
It was right there.
I can't hear you.
And though wanting me to get it, as I slid
A
on the
truck
rocks,
did
feeling
something
the water
while
on my
they were
legs,
in the
and
mountain.
then my back
And
as I slid.
then
I tried to get
on
my
the
balance
edge of the
with one
cliff.
hand, my feet going
Something
out
hit
from under me,
her, I guess.
not sure how deep
And
the
he
river
had
was,
just started.
wondering if my head would go under.
Alright.
Stephen's arm was
Then
on my
they end
elbow
up
then, holding
leaving.
me up, and the old man called, "You're all right, Hollis." My feet anchored into the sand.
Yeah,
again.
leaving, going
I edged
to
myself back, pulling on the rod, and then the fish was gone.
the movie theater.
Stephen poured
While they're
a pail
walking,
full of cold
Josie
water
goes
over my
off
head
into the
so my
middle
hair
of
was
the
dripping, my
road.
clothes soaked. The old man was smiling, nodding, and Izzy
Rain.
came down to
Then
the
it was
bank
sleeting
to see what
and-
was going on.
And
Later,
Hollis
through it
ends
all,
up doing what?
and whenever I look at the picture, I remember the taste
You gotta
of
say it
fish
so I
that
can
night.
pick it
Trying
up.
to think about what to
Grilled on
draw.
coals. My feet
Trying to think of
bare
what to
under the
draw?
porch table, and in front
Think
of
about
us, the
something to
river.
draw.
No,
I
she
remember
gets
Izzy touching my shoulder
inspired
as she stood up
to
get
draw,
something from the kitchen.
and she ends
Why
up
do we have
thinking,
to mess everything
what
up?
can I use for this drawing? For
The time was
this
Josie.
piece of paper,
Check
that
the
paper, that paper.
Every
They
night
end up
we
going
ate soup
to
from a can, Josie,
the movie
Henry,
theater.
and I.
They
We
meet
sat at the table under a
Beatrice.
stained glass lamp that tossed
Beatrice
rainbows
says
onto
she
the
ain't
kitchen
see her
ceiling. On the
because
wall
why?
was a quick picture of Henry I had drawn.
Work.
He was wearing
Because
boxing
she was
gloves
staying
and
at home
dabbing a
because
whiteboard. Josie
Sick.
whittled away on
Yes.
a slice of wood as we dumped bits
Then
of donuts,
they ended up
toast,
going
like some baked chocolate chip cookies into the
making
tomato soup.
popcorn.
On Josie's check days, we ate big.
Then they left
We shouldn't do this.
the
I told
movie
her as
theater
we trundled home, a cartload of donuts, a case of cat
go
food,
home.
and our check day treat.
Then
A
Josie
gallon
ends
of
up going
cherries
into the
and
middle
lemon
of the
squeeze,
street again.
and enough
And
Snickers
Hollis
bars
over
to
here
keep us chewing
saying,
for a week of
I'm over
television nights.
everybody doing this, and I'm
We should
just
spread it out.
here
Josie didn't answer.
watching an
She
old
hummed
lady
a scrap
sing and
of an
dance
old
in the
song
rain
I had never
in the
heard
middle of the
before.
street.
That's the way she talked sometimes. She'd
And
start
she's
with
saying
hints
this
of
is enough
and
for
that.
me.
It could even be poetry.
So she
You
tries
had
to forget about
untangle
that
her words in your head like balls of
the
knotted
W
string.
picture.
And sometimes she'd break off
What's
in
in
the
her
middle of a
W
sentence,
picture?
small frown lines on her forehead. I
My
knew
brother, sister,
something
dad,
the Western
home,
woman
and mom.
didn't know. Something even Emmy, star of the agency,
And that's what
hadn't
she
guessed.
wanted.
Josie
But now she's saying
forgot
being with
things, forgot words,
Josie is
forgot
enough
what she
for
was
her.
doing. Not all the time, but still too often.
Shoo-ba-doo.